Sudhai is a little boy who came to us in May of 2014. He was found wandering in a city and the police picked him up. And at that point, we guessed that he was about 5 years old. I guess he was probably born around July 21st of 2009. I remember when Sudhai came, I would just watch him with amazement because he had the sweetest responses of any kid that I ever saw. There's a lot of roughhousing that goes on at the orphanage, just good old-fashioned play. And if he ever got knocked down, he would just kind of get up and look at the person and then go over and give them a big hug. Or if somebody took one of his toys, he would just kind of look at them and smile and go give them the other one as well. And I was so impressed with his sweetness. I asked the other volunteers, I was like, I know this child is obviously not perfect, but have any of you ever seen him sin? Because I haven't. And at this point, I have seen him sin. But, and he's not a perfect child, but his sweetness, I think, is just his defining characteristic. Although he hasn't had a DNA test, we think that he has Down syndrome. And he is high functioning in a lot of ways in that he can follow commands. He can do a lot of things to care for himself. He can help out around the orphanage. He can speak a little bit, but not a lot. However, being largely nonverbal is kind of normal for kids who haven't had a lot of special early intervention, special ed, which he could get if he was in a family. With children who have Down syndrome, they have an extra chromosome. And a lot of times I like to say that that is the happiness chromosome. I find a lot of times with children with Downs, and Sudhai is not an exception, joy just radiates from them. Sometimes his face just almost shines with happiness. And he is a little boy, he's energetic, he can be rambunctious, but also there's so much sweetness. A lot of times I'll see him walking with another child and his arm will just be draped over their shoulder very companionably. I've seen him be gentle with the babies as well. So I think with that combination of joy and sweetness, he would just really be an amazing addition to any family.